Well, back in the 70s, you'd go to a record store and they'd kind of curate the good music for you. So something about this album drew me to it. It might have been the sleeve. I think a lot of the imagery was important. And I bought this record and kind of liked it, particularly the song Dancing Days, still one of my favourite Zeppelin songs. And I remember talking to the guy and he was like, well, if you like that, you should work backwards. So then, you know, I'd heard this because everybody played that at every party. You heard the typical Led Zeppelin stuff, and I was always trying to be a little precocious. And I got into... I could just about do physical graffiti, but after that, they kind of lost me in through the outdoor and all that. I was like, I can't, it's a bit too arty-farty. The Dolls were a big deal for me in Manchester. Like, a little community of us got together because we were into this. We were into punk, but we were into this kind of New York, like the origins of punk were clearly in New York. You know, it was a British thing, really, but it was taken from a lot of elements. And this was it, the kind of irreverence. I mean, if you look at the guitars they're using, I wasn't so much into the glam thing, you know, like the high heels and the makeup. I was just into how cool they were. You know, it was just so unlike anybody. You know, there weren't people in Manchester that looked like Johnny Thunders, I can assure you of that. And the music was raw, and it was about stuff that was just different than our street life. And the New York Dolls, you know, they didn't make a lot of sense, but it was just a really good feeling.